Hey guys, if you're new to this channel, hey you guys, my name is Cilya. If you're not new, hi friends, hi family again. It's another tips video for locks. Today we're going to be talking about, I don't really have a title, like a clear title for this video yet. I think these are more so just like tips as far as like just on your journey so that you don't backtrack, and just like if there's certain things that you look out for when you're on your journey, your lock journey, and there's, oh shoot, the plant's trying to touch the hair. So this is more so like peculiar or things that I've just noticed on my journey. Some of them are tips, some of them are just things that I just want to share, just in case somebody else is feeling the same way. This might help someone. So the first thing that I want to talk about is just some things that may be stunting, for instance, like fullness. I know I created a video recently talking about how you could do braid outs for fullness, you could do this for fullness, that for fullness. I do feel like towards the beginning of your lock journey, like when you first start, you probably shouldn't be doing braid outs as much, because that's when your hair is kind of maturing and roughing up to define its like actual idea of what a mature lock seems like. So if you're doing a lot of braiding and doing braid outs and like maneuvering and like hairstyles like that, that can make your hair more skinnier, like the lock strands more skinnier, and your hair might end up setting that way. So I didn't do braid outs for like the first year and a half, to be honest. I didn't start doing braid outs or twist outs or any type of curls until I met my new loctician, and I think that's part of the reason why my hair strands are still very thick. I do follow a YouTuber, I forgot her name, I think her name is Napoli Locked or something like that, and I think she was talking about how she did a lot of braid outs in the beginning, and she it kind of stunted the thickness of each lock strand when it started maturing. So tread lightly when it comes to the braid outs in the beginning stage. Try to wait until your hair matures for you to go ham with it. But another thing about going ham with styles, I feel like there should be a phase throughout your journey, throughout like in between reties, where you just let your hair be, okay? You don't have to do a braid out, you don't have to do curls or any type of styles. Just let your hair breathe and be in its natural state, because you want your hair to kind of retract to how it looks, you know, in its natural state, so that you have a full look. Sometimes styling can thin out the hair. If you're doing ponytails, it can thin out the front of your hair if you're doing too much tugging, especially if the ponytails are tight. If you do a lot of braid outs, I noticed that I started wrapping my hair recently, and wrapping my hair, I noticed that my hair was a little bit dry, but then again, I wasn't using a satin wrap, I was using like a cotton wrap. So keep that in mind when using a wrap. You probably want to use a satin wrap, because the cotton wrap kind of absorbs moisture, so it can dry out your hair a little bit, especially if you leave it on there all day for a couple of days. But it also kind of made things a little bit more flatter. So when you're wrapping your hair, don't do it for too many days at a time, back to back, so that your hair can kind of like basically go back to how it was before. As your hair gets longer, you will need new things, and I'm talking about the people who started off with just short hair. For instance, like if you started off with a small bonnet because you had short hair, you're going to be needing a bigger bonnet, one that accommodates longer hair so that your hair is not scrunched up. The curlers. So before I got the Five Below satin silk rollers for my hair was a little shorter. When I started doing it, the curls were really defined, but I noticed as my hair is getting longer, I need to find new curlers and rollers that accommodate how long and thick my hair is, because I can't put the same amount of strands on the same rollers that I was able to 4 months ago and the curls be as defined. So I need more curlers, and I need longer curlers to accommodate more room, more hair. The supplies that you're gonna get are gonna increase, so you're gonna need more shampoo to accommodate more hair. It's gonna take a longer time for you to dry your hair. Clips to grasp more hair. You're gonna need stretchier scrunchies to accommodate more hair. So just think about that as you're on your journey and your hair gets longer. I didn't think I would need to like accommodate and get more items until like I was probably at bra strap length, but no. I started looking into more items when I was like at shoulder length, like a little bit past, because I'm still at shoulder length right now, but even a little bit past, I started getting different items. Another thing is tread lightly when it comes to moisturizing your hair. Water is different. I'm talking about people that use oils, conditioners, all those type of products, you know, to put inside their hair. Because something that I noticed is on this journey, before, when I had loose natural hair, my hair used to dry out so quickly, and I was using creams, oils like that all the time, and my hair would just, these bugs are getting to me. But not using products for, like, I was in a drought for like a year, my hair started to accommodate for the moisture that was missing, and it started producing oils on its own. Barely use conditioner. I don't use any oils at all. I do use aloe vera mixed with distilled water, and I spray that probably every other day or every 3 days. But my hair kind of naturally makes up for the moisture that's taken or that it needs after, just in between reties. And I feel like, you know, if you're using too many products very frequently, it's gonna kind of mess up your hair's way of telling like when it needs to produce more oils to moisturize your scalp. And then again, if you're putting too much product in your hair and your hair is producing the oils, it can cause buildup. So try to lay off or like decrease as much application of like products and extra oils and everything like that. So I was on TikTok. This might be related, this might not be related. I just want to share this, but I was on TikTok and somebody was just like talking about how people have Sisterlocks or microlocks. They're like, oh, it's so pretty, but I would be scared having Sisterlocks because they would feel fragile, and I feel like they would break and stuff like that. And when I first watched this video, I had like I was a year in. It was pretty full, pretty thick. Not really that much length, but I was just like, nah, like I don't have that concern at all. Everything feels nice and thick and full. But I noticed as my hair got longer, there are some thinner ones. There are some really thin ones that I'm scared of, and I'm scared that they might not last for the next retie. I tread lightly with them, like this one right here. You can't really see it. Okay, this is probably not one of them. I actually combined one of them. I just twisted it in the meanwhile between reties. But yes, I do have that fear now as they get longer, especially when putting on clothes. I put on something, I'm like, oh my gosh, like hold on, and then I take some out slowly but surely. So yes, I do think that Sisterlocks, some microlocks can be a little fragile, and you have to be really careful with styling and maneuvering, because look, it's thinner in the middle right here, but the end of it, she's thick. But yeah, just tread lightly when doing styles, because you can accidentally break a lock. I have 2 locks that I don't even know what happened and when it happened, but it happened. Like this right here is not giving, and I have another one that's just not giving in this area. Y'all see it right here? It's not giving. She's thick, but still, like, what happened? And I don't even notice when this type of stuff happens, which is kind of nerve-wracking. So I'm just careful now when it comes to doing everything, putting bonnets on, putting shirts on, putting hoodies on, putting hats on. I place everything and then I put it on, because your hair does become a little bit more fragile as it gets longer. And I think the reason why that happens is because, you know, the oldest parts of my locks are my ends. So those are the most developed parts of my locks. My scalp is the freshest lock. So technically, when I get a retie, it's kind of like I'm getting a new set of locks where my scalp is. So it's skinnier, and I have to wait for that to bud. I have to wait for that to mature. So your hair is, when you think about it, your hair is basically always maturing. You're never all fully mature, because you're continuously getting reties and locking up new growth. So they're technically new locks. There's like different parts of your hair that are in different stages of its own lock journey. So you just have to tend to your hair as if everything, you just have to give everything tender love and care at all times. Yeah, I think that sums up everything that I had to say, that I wanted to share for now. If I have something else that I have to share, I'll definitely tell you guys. I'm very hot right now, so it's time for me to go inside, and these bugs won't leave me alone. But I hope this helped you guys. If anybody else has something that they want to share that they've noticed in their journey as their hair has gotten longer, please comment below in the section, and give this video a thumbs up. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope all of you guys are having a beautiful journey. Congrats to everybody who just locked their hair. Congrats to everybody who made their 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 1 year go ahead and shout in the comments like where you're at and how you feel about your journey. But I'll see you guys next time. Love you.